Void? Void. Void!
Yes, Irma?
What were you thinking?
In what regards?
You gave well, not gave him yet, but you were going to give Kyo the access to the ruins?
It'll help us with what we're trying to achieve.
At what cost? We
We're
could
not
have
gaining
swapped
anything.
Kyo out. We could have swapped Kyo out for any other mage. Heck, Ruka could have sufficed.
There's reasons he's troubled, and I know he'll be able to help it.
Reasons? What, your favoritism?
No, it's just he's had a bad upbringing.
Oh, so did
And
all
I
of us.
know.
He can suck it up. He has no excuse to act the way he does. You had a bad upbringing. I had a bad upbringing. We've all had a bad upbringing. That doesn't. None of us act like entitled, spoiled brats who cry when we don't get our way. And yet you sit here and you constantly defend him time after time. Why? Well, you gonna say something for yourself, or you just gonna sit there?
Kaio is troubled, I understand that. We all can tell that. But inside of him, all of his powers, he has the ability to help us, whether you would like it or not.
He can't even help himself.
Just needs training, that's all he needs.
Yeah, training. He's been training for like what? The past, I don't even know how many years. And he still is acting like this. He has not changed. He does whatever he can to get something. What happens when, like, the guild becomes an obstacle? What happens, like, then? Is he just gonna destroy the guild? Say, oopsie, and then you're just gonna forgive him, because you always forgive him. What happens?
It won't come to that.
What?
It won't come to that.
How do you know? You
won't
are, like,
let it
so...
come to
You are frustratingly blinded by him. I don't understand. That man will do anything to get what he wants. He does not care about other people. He does not care about you. What happens when you're an obstacle? Then what?
He won't be able to overpower me. I know he won't.
Void,
He's not got
you're
that strength.
Void. You're literally taking him to the ruins where he could possibly get more power. You're not exactly in your youth anymore.
He doesn't know how to harness it, though, does he?
But what if he finds out? You honestly think he tells you everything?
No, he doesn't, but I know what he would know.
Uh-huh, really. He doesn't even trust you, Royd.
Well,
If he
that's
did-
silly points.
If he did, then instead of sneaking into the library by himself, he would have went to you first. How
Everyone
can
has
you
their
not
trust
see?
issues.
Void! Are you... You have mentored that boy for the longest time now, and you're telling me he still doesn't trust you? And you're okay with that?
Still got a few years to go, don't we?
Do you even hear yourself? Void, look at me. When I say this, he does not care about you. He is going to hurt you. That's what he does. He does not change. He has never changed, and he likely never will. I know you think that you see something good in him, but literally, he even said it himself. He's trying to throw away his light magic. No good person does that. He is legit closing off the good side of him, embracing darkness. And you want to sit here and tell me he's still a good person?
He's understanding the issues with just having dark, isn't he? He told us in regards to his issues.
Oh wow, he said what would make you happy. Oh wow, like I haven't heard that before. Guarantee you nothing's gonna change. Because it never does. He just says what you like to hear. Void.
Is that what you came here for?
Kidding me? Everything I say is just...
the person I mentor?
Damn it, Void! Why is it so hard for you to comprehend? What is going on? Why can everybody see it except you? Seriously.
Having faith. That is all.
There's faith and there's blindness. And right now you're blind. He is using you, Void.
Okay, hello. I know, you must have been guessing he stared at me. Let's calm down on the spark, shall we? Thank you. Listen, I know that we're having our issues, but we have to understand, the boy has a life to live. It's quite simple. And don't worry, I'm sure a great leader has something in his mind. He's only been the master of the dim-witted child.
Child that hates him.
Every child hates their parent at some point until they have the realization. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Realization what? That at one point he's no longer be useful and then he kills him?
Don't worry. Listen.
Don't tell me not to worry!
Oh, there's the sparks again. I don't feel like eating this time. I feel like a cooler flavor this time.
Why are you defending him?
To be honest, I've just seen so many stories that are quite similar to these situations I've just seen unfold. You're both like a married couple.
You guys are hopeless.
Thank you for bringing this to my concern.
Don't. How can I trust you when you can't trust me? I'm leaving. This day I might burn this entire place to ashes.
There should be a side. That went shockingly well. He did have to rebuild this place or something.
I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day.
Can we please take a stop for a second? We were really far.
Are you serious? You're already tired?
We walked for like what feels like a day.
You know,
without a break.
Honestly, you're not used to this. You know what? I can't judge you there.
What's so far that you need to freaking talk about anyway? Is it?
Come on. It's rather I show you than tell you.
Alright.
Okay.
Are you
Well,
mad with me?
I'm not particularly mad. I'm just gonna say something. Ruka, welcome to my actual home.
Wait, what? What?
That building right there.
You live in that?
There's a lot of things I need to explain to you,
No kidding.
and you need to come inside to see it.
Okay.
I haven't been all honest with you.
That's a first. Being sarcastic there. Whoa.
What does this look like to you?
Is this? It's a guild hall.
Ruka,
You've lived in a guild hall?
I used to be in a guild. All the members follow me. There's a reason for why I am the way I am. And that's the answer right there. All these tombs are each and every single member of what used to be the Eclipse Guild. You remember that incident I told you about? This was it. And this wasn't the humans' fault. It was a battle between mages and mages.
Basically a civil war.
Yeah. See, thing about the Magic Council is there's not just 3 of them. It's a whole unit. However, recently that unit dispersed because of this incident. We all couldn't come to terms with how to deal with the human situation. So, the only answer we found was fighting each other. And this was the result.
Oh.
My former guild leader, he was so powerful. And I mean powerful. However, he was corrupted. He was on the side of people who didn't like the humans. And he tried to force the guild into that same manner. And some of us formed our own pack to fight against his pack. I was against hurting the humans. And the people who joined me, unfortunately, didn't make it. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did I make it out of this? I didn't. I died.
What? But you're here.
A nice ability that I picked up was the ability to rebirth. So if you think about it, I've been around for many years.
I don't know if that's cool or terrifying.
Think of it like a life cycle. And I've went through at least 2 now. My previous one, I died. And then this one, that resulted in this fight, I died again. So when I came back, I took a different path, changed some things, and it evolved into the character you see in front of you right now. A lot of the mistakes that I made cost my former guild members their lives. And that mistake was trusting other mages, because I was just like you. Every new mage that we encountered, I welcomed them with open arms. And they ended up being the ones to stab us in the back. Do you know what's scary? Some of the mages from that war are still out there. Rogue
Okay, that's
mages,
scary.
as we like to call them. Do you want to know what my actual reason for being a bounty hunter was? I
Hunting them
wanted
down?
to hunt down the rogue mages that caused that war.
Oh.
Alas, I didn't have any luck. And the only mages we ran into were genuinely good ones that I just couldn't bring myself to turn in. So I was very deceitful to the hunters for a really long time. Until eventually they caught me. And I escaped. With my life. The captain and me grew very, very close. You could consider us, we were like best friends. However, he was delusional, and his mind was clouded by the thought of just having power thanks to mages. They didn't want to kidnap mages to keep people safe. They wanted our magic abilities. I mean, they literally created weapons with the sole purpose of draining our magic. I couldn't stand there and watch that, so I left. If I was ever to meet them again, that's an interaction I would like to avoid. That's why me and the hunters cut ties, and I avoid running into them. I did say yes, I'm on the bounty board, but I'm on the bounty board as Kyo. What they used to know me as, my name wasn't Kyo. I went under a different name, just to avoid future issues.
I guess I was smart.
Yeah, well, you wonder why I am the way I am. This is why. I don't want to see another... I don't want to dig another few holes. Preferably, when I saw you, a younger mage, well, should I say a novice, wanting to become what I basically was. A young upstart, wanting to be everyone's friend, wanting to achieve all these amazing things and compete in things that you've read about and learned about, go on so many adventures, not knowing what the cost of those could bring you. Like death. That's all that really brings from this adventure. Being a mage isn't fun, isn't amazing, isn't a thrill ride, it's a survival game. You are forever hunted. You are the prey. Forever, for the rest of your life, because these humans aren't just gonna change their minds about us. Even if they were to give us a chance, it doesn't change the fact that we're still dangerous.
Why are you telling me this?
You see, there's this. The day after you had hit me the second time, this thing appeared in my head.
What?
And when I woke up, it was right there on the floor, right next to me. This rune represents God Slayers. It's in one of the ancient ruins that are far, far from Odell. It's an ancient mage symbol, which they haven't existed for centuries. So I wonder why this one all of a sudden just popped up. Particularly to me. Oh, you don't know about them.
Actually, I do. My mom used to talk about them a lot.
Yeah, they're in those books that you supposedly read.
And that too.
All the people you read about those adventures? Yeah, those were the ancient mages, buddy. They're like our ancestors. They were here before all this. And unfortunately, sadly, nothing's changed since they left. I know you hope better for your future and your generations or whatever, but we're still in the hellhole they call Odell. That's why I feel bad for the more mages that keep coming here. Because I get it, in the legends, in the book, this place is heavily referenced. Because this is where all the adventures happened. But they don't understand the danger that this place brings now.
But we can put an end to it, literally.
Tell Roy that. Trust me, I've tried multiple different times to get him to do something about this hunter activity. He thinks that we could talk our way out of this, but he doesn't understand that they're not normal humans. They have a mission, a goal. They have something they're after, something that drives them. I bet these guys are so twisted in the mind. They're corrupted, and they want nothing to do with us.
So we don't talk to them or hurt them, we just chase them off.
That's why I didn't want you to go after Beist.
That's not gonna stop me still.
It's not gonna stop you, but I'm not stopping you because I'm afraid of you getting killed. That's not it.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought to consider what they're doing to Beist? Or if the next time you see him, he's the same person you've known before?
That's why I'm tired of waiting around.
It might be too late.
Don't say that. He's completely fine.
Beist is strong, yes. He'll fight. But all of them eventually give in.
He won't. He's not like us, remember?
I thought the same for a lot of people back then. Just look. I don't hate you or any of you. It's just hard. All of this on top of everything that happens and continues to happen. After each rebirth, my mind it just isn't the same. The more I keep coming back, it just feels like the more sinister my mind gets. I used to be a light magic user, a support mage. I'd never wanted to hurt a single person. I was so shy. I was so just wanting peace for everybody. But after the first rebirth, that changed. And then I found myself fighting and enjoying it. And then after this chaotic finish, I found myself not caring anymore. It's like after every rebirth I was losing myself. So that's why, instead of just resisting this urge to want more power, why resist something that's gonna continuously eat at me the longer I do? So I'm just gonna give in. And that's what I've done. I've given in to that dark magic. But the problem is now I can't control it. It just continues to get stronger and stronger. And the time that you hit me the first time is the time that it got stronger.
What?
I don't know what happened. But that paralysis wasn't because of your ability. It was because of my dark magic. You see, the trick to me is, since those rebirths happened, I've been using the dark magic to kind of protect myself. Meaning, you notice in combat, even taking hits, I don't really get hurt that much.
No, you really don't.
It's thanks to the dark magic. However,
It also hurts you.
yeah, that shield that I had that protected me for so long, you broke it. And it's not particularly your fault. The way it works is the more magic I absorb, the more damage the shield takes, the stronger it gets. And it became unstable. So, it broke. the spell wore off. Which is good, because that means I'm not in pain anymore. But the,
Good!
but the damage was done. And in the result of you breaking it, now I can't gain control of my dark magic.
This is really bad then.
You do realize the abilities that you see me use prior, I don't have them anymore.
Oh god, what did I do?
I only have abilities that can do severe damage to anybody who stands in my way. And the longer I wait, the stronger I get, the more I start to lose myself.
I did that.
That is why I'm mean to Royd. I know how this ends. After the hunters were done and after everything, I told you I wanted to leave for a reason. If I stick around, you're gonna have to kill me. You do realize that, right? If I stick around, you guys, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to hurt you. It won't be me anymore. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to repeat what happened a long time ago. So I wanted to go our separate ways. I wanted to not learn much about you guys. I didn't want to even connect with you guys. I don't want to care. Because letting go is so much easier. But, unfortunately, that hasn't been happening. Because as much as I've been considering me not caring, that doesn't exactly decide what you feel. I'm working on finding ways to fix this. And that's why I made the deal with Royd. If I find the mages, he'll bring me to the ruins, and hopefully I can seal away my dark magic. And I'm going to use this rune to do so. I don't know how to work it. I don't know if it's gonna work. But it's the only shot I have. Because the longer I keep this, the more insane I'm gonna go. The best bet I have from here is avoiding using my magic completely. Which is why you see me use my sword in combat. That's why I've been training you guys in physical combat. I don't want to use my magic.
Because you don't want to go berserk. After what I
Correct.
caused.
I wouldn't even really blame yourself. I chose this path. If I didn't chose this path, we would never be here. I decided on this because I was so just sick of being second best. Call me crazy, but this whole journey started because I couldn't beat the Magic Council. The moment I gave into my dark magic was the moment I realized I couldn't beat Royd. And I obsessed over beating him. I obsessed over getting that one singular victory. And it caused this. So this is my fault. This is something I have to handle on my own. I will prevent myself from going berserk. But if I do, you have to be strong enough to pull the trigger. That is why I've been trying to train you and leading you to people who can train you to be stronger than me. Because if you're not stronger than me, you won't save the others. I need you to save the others. You're the only hope we have. Because if you put me aside, I will be the end of everyone you care about. And I don't want that. That's why I need you to understand why I'm doing all this. It is for the sake of everyone's safety. But no matter how much I try to escape getting close to you guys, the Magic Council have other plans. They want me to lead you guys in a guild.
But you can't.
No matter how many
Or at
times,
least won't.
no matter how many times I try to explain to Royd how many times I can't do this, he's not going to let me have any other option. So I will lead you. But the moment you start seeing any hints of change, you take over.
Me? I'm literally just a kid.
You are a kid, but compared to all these other mages, you're the only person who has enough passion to do so. All the other ones, all offense, they don't have what it takes.
I mean, except for the lightning one we just met.
Don't.
The ice may have melted, but it's your choice of the demon of wielding.
You have magic yourself. Sure, we can't sense it, but you know now you have it.
I just don't know what it is.
Whatever it is, you just better hope it's enough. The hunters
What
aren't
happens
the
if-
issue. They're not the issue. They're the smallest issue we have. But if every suspicion that I have proves to be right, we are in trouble. Because every mage out there isn't just gonna willingly join us. There's gonna be some revolting. And I wouldn't be surprised there's some mages out there who already aren't tired of just being belittled by humans. You think guilds stop forming all because the council put their foot down? No. So we'll have our own guild. I'll accept that. Though it's probably best you keep whatever you're going through to yourself. We have to first confirm that we could really trust these people. Luca, yeah, sure. Luca comes off as nice, but you don't want to take that chance. Kira is Kira. Don't get me started on Amaris. Just be careful. You're very trusting and very open-minded to everything and everybody. It's gonna put you in danger if you forget to be cautious. With that said, that is all I had to tell you. It's best you just don't mention this to anybody. I don't need anybody else worrying about me or what I'm doing. Whatever their opinions are on me now, let them keep it. If I'm the bad guy, we'll keep it that way. It might be fitting for what happens later anyway.
What happens if I do have to, you know, what's gonna happen to you? Are you just gonna decease or
So
like what?
no. I won't go away completely. Let's just say
So-
Rebirth works in many ways, but it has its consequences if done too many times. Meaning I've already overused Rebirth too many times to the point where I only got one last shot before a severe thing happens.
But if you die and get rebirth, you'll
No.
be worse.
No. Not that. What happens to an insane person when they reach their limit? Nothing it remains. Meaning, if I have to rebirth one more time, Kia will cease to exist. I won't have magic anymore. I will be soulless, living in a husk I call a body. I will have no memory of anybody or anything. That is the consequences of overusing Rebirth. AKA a forbidden spell.
You've been using a forbidden spell?
I got desperate.
A
And
little too desperate from what it seems.
the first time I used it, it was a good reason. The first time I used it because I knew I wasn't gonna make it, and I wanted to get out of the situation by just simply rebirthing after my death.
Hey, you didn't think to read the fine print.
I know what forbidden spells do to people. I know. And
They're called forbidden spells for a reason.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. But maybe this is for the best, honestly.
But... Okay, so either you end up turning insane and I'm gonna have to do that.
If my plan doesn't work, then yeah, you better plan on defeating me. And if I were you, if the plan doesn't work, I'm gonna ask you to pull the trigger a little early. Even if I'm not at the point where I've lost my mind and I'm still myself, I'm not gonna take that chance. So, you have a lot to think about. And you have a lot to prepare for. That is why, going forward, I'm going to be taking your training a little bit more serious now. I need you to train with the most powerful people you can. People who are stronger than you until you can beat one of them. Once you do that, I will know you're ready. Then you will face me. Think of it as your final challenge. And the end of our deal. Besides, this place is really good as a training ground.
You're not wrong there.
If you ignore all the graves. Just do me a favor. You could bring the others here. Just don't let them go poking around.
Alright.
There's a lot of things here that I'd rather them not see. But yeah, I can show you up here. This is where everyone will be staying.
Whoa.
We didn't have a lot of space, but I'm sure you guys can get used to it.
Whoa.
So, I used to have the top bed. Specifically this one.
There's like 12 beds here.
You don't know how many mages we're gonna run into.
Well, I kind of already have a list. So we have you, we have sort of me, which I won't really count.
Don't
Kira doesn't
count.
exactly
Yeah,
count.
don't count. Listen, I don't mean to be mean, but let's try not. Okay, you know what? I was gonna say let's not include the non-mages in this, but everyone's practically in this now.
Yeah.
Even if they're
let's
not a
see,
mage,
so-
they're still in our business now.
Yeah. Including Beist.
Look, if you still want to rescue him, I can't stop you. I just can't help you.
But
Look, I said I can't let the hunters find me. If they find out who I really am, it's gonna get mega awkward. I'm under a different name, remember. They know Kyo, and they're hunting Kyo, but that's about it.
If you don't want to get involved, then alright.
I'll tell you what. I'll help you in the sense of preparing you for the hunters, but that's it. After that, you can grab however many people you want and go save Beist.
Okay.
Just remember to be careful. These hunters aren't exactly the most respectful and honorable people. They'll use any opportunity they see to put you guys down.
They're hunters.
You think a few casualties is gonna bug them? Trust me, they don't need all of us. They just need one.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go and let everybody else know about this place, and you can bring them here. I have to go get some fresh air. Being around this place, I haven't been here for a while, so being around here kind of makes me feel a certain way that I'm not too proud of. Also, one last thing.
Yeah?
Don't go out during the night. Avoid any open areas, any public areas during the night.
Hunters?
No. Just trust me. It's a sight you won't want to believe when you see it.